everyone, my name is Agnes Veronica Juliamala with NIM 33210075. So here my presentation today, we will talk about project 2 of classroom management. So next. So the first slide, part 1, the student do all the topics. The student must explain and create the presentation for all topics below. So, teaching tolerance. Teaching tolerance refers to the deliberate and systematic effort within educational settings to cultivate understanding, respect, and empathy among students for people who are different from themselves. It involves promoting acceptance of diversity in various forms, including race, ethnicity, religion, gender identity, sexual orientation, socioeconomic status, abilities, and perspective. The goal of teaching tolerance is to foster a positive and inclusive learning environment where all students feel value and respect, regardless of their background or identities. This approach aims to 1. Promote awareness, educate students about the diversity of human experience and perspective, helping them recognize and appreciate different. 2. Challenge stereotype and prejudices, encourage critical thinking and dialogue that challenge stereotype, bias, and discriminatory attitude. 3. Build empathy. Develop student ability to empathize with others by understanding and respecting different viewpoints, experience, and identities. 5. Encourage inclusive behavior. Promote behavior and action that demonstrate respect, fairness, and inclusivity in interaction with peers and within the broader community. 5. Equip students for citizenship. Prepare students to contribute positively to a diverse society by fostering skill in communication, collaboration, and conflict resolution across different. Effective teaching tolerance strategies include using inclusive curriculum material, facilitating open discussion and on sensitive topics, promoting positive role models from diverse backgrounds, and providing opportunities for students to engage in real-world experience that emphasize empathy and social justice. Ultimately, teaching tolerance is essential for creating a school environment where diversity is celebrated and all students have the opportunity to thrive academically, socially, and emotionally. It plays a crucial role in preparing students to navigate a multicultural world and actively participate in creating a more just and equitable society. So here an example of how teaching tolerance can be implemented in educational setting. Scenario: Miss Ramirez is a high school history teacher who wants to incorporate teaching tolerance into her curriculum. She decided to focus on the civil rights movement in the United States as a thematic unit. Implementation: 1. Selecting diverse research. Ms. Rimmer select a variety of research that present diverse perspective on the civil rights movement. This includes primary sources such as speeches by Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, and other activists, as well as secondary sources that explore the experience of different racial and ethnic groups during that era. 2. Promoting discussion and critical thinking. In class, Ms. Ramirez facilitated discussion that encouraged students to critically analyze the motivation, strategies, and impact of the civil rights movement. She incorporates questions that prompt students to consider how race, identity, and systematic discrimination influence historical events and continue to shape society today. 3. Examining personal bias. Mr. Ramis includes activities that challenge students to reflect on their own bias and assumption about race and social justice. She asks them to journal about how their own background and experience influence their perspective on historical events and contemporary issues related to civil rights. For exploring contemporary issues, Mr. Ramirez connect the lesson from the civil rights movement, the contemporary issues of social justice and human rights. She discussed recent movements like Black Lives Matter and examines how they build upon the legacy of past struggles for equality. 5. Promoting empathy and action. Throughout the unit, Ms. Ramirez emphasizes the importance of empathy and understanding in creating a more inclusive society. She encourages students to consider ways they can actively promote tolerance and social justice within their own communities, whether through advocacy, community service, or respectful dialogue. 6. Assessment and reflection. At the end of the unit, Ms. Ramirez assists student learning through various methods such as essay, presentation, or project that demonstrate their understanding of the historical context, critical thinking skills, and personal reflection on tolerance and social justice. Outcome. Through Ms. Ramirez effort, students not only gain a deeper understanding of the civil rights movement, but also develop skills in empathy, critical thinking, and respectful dialogue across different. They learn to appreciate the importance of tolerance and diversity in creating a fair and equitable society. And they are inspired to take action to address social injustice in their own community. This example illustrates how teaching tolerance can be effectively integrated into the curriculum to promote understanding, empathy, and positive social change among students. Helping students handle anger, frustration, and aggression. Helping students handle anger, frustration, and aggression refers to the process of equipping students with skill and techniques to recognize, understand, and effectively manage their strong emotion. It aims to promote emotional regulation, conflict resolution, and positive behavior while minimizing disruptive of harmful reaction. A process to helping students. 1. Emotional awareness and regulation. Teach students to identify and label their emotion accurately. This includes helping them recognize physical signs of anger or frustration early on. Techniques like deep breathing, mindfulness exercise, or guided reflection can help students calm down and regulate their emotion. 2. Cognitive restructuring encourages students to challenge and reform negative or irrational thoughts that contribute to their anger or frustration. Help them develop more adaptive ways of thinking and problem solving. This could involve teaching strategies such as cognitive behavior techniques, where students learn to replace negative thoughts with more balanced or positive one. Communication skill. Teach students assertive communication skills to express their feelings and needs clearly and respectfully. This includes teaching them how to use I statement, active listening, and conflict resolution strategies. Role-playing scenario can provide opportunities for students to practice these skills in a safe environment. 4. Conflict resolution strategies. Equip students with strategies to resolve conflict peacefully and constructively. Teach them negotiation skill, compromise, and how to seek help from a trusted adult when needed. Emphasize the importance of finding win-win solution and understanding different perspective in resolving this disagreement. 5. Building resilience and coping skills. Help students develop resilience by teaching them coping skills for managing stress and setbacks. This could involve promoting healthy lifestyle habits and encouraging interests or hobbies that provide a positive outlet for emotion. 6. Building a supportive environment. Create a classroom culture that values empathy, respect, and understanding. Foster a sense of belonging and inclusion, where students feel safe to express themselves and seek help when they are struggling emotionally. Establish clear expectation for behavior and consequence, while also recognize and reinforcing positive effort and improvements. By implementing this approach consistently and tailoring them to individual student needs, educator can effectively help students handle anger, frustration, and aggression. This not only support their emotional well-being but also promote a positive learning environment where all students can thrive socially and academically. So next, this disruptive behavior. Disruptive behavior refers to action or conduct that significantly interrupts or disrupts the normal functioning of a classroom, workplace, or any social environment. It often disrupts the learning of working process and may impact the overall atmosphere, productivity, and well-being of those involved. Disruptive behavior can manifest in various forms, including 1. Verbal disruption. Example include talking loudly, making inappropriate comments, arguing with peers or authority figure, or using disrespectful language. 2. Physical disruption. This include actions such as physically fighting, throwing objects, or engaging in behavior that compromise safety or disrupt the physical environment. 3. Non-compliance. Refusal to follow instruction, defiance of rules or regulation, or consistently ignoring expectations set by teacher, supervisor, or others in authority. 4. Distracting behavior. Activities that divert attention away from text or listen, such as frequent movement around the room, playing with objects, or consistently arriving late. 5. Social disruption. Action that affect social dynamic negatively, such as gossiping, excluding others, or instigating conflict among peers. Disruptive behavior can vary in severity and frequency, but its impact often extends beyond the individual engaging in the behavior to affect the entire group or environment. Addressing disruptive behavior typically involves implementing strategies to promote positive behavior, setting clear expectations, providing appropriate consequence, and offering support and guidance to individuals involved. Effective management of disruptive behavior contribute to a more harmonious and productive environment conducive to learning, work, or social interaction. So part 2, solving the problem. Solving all the problem using the logical argumentation based on the topic of discussion in meeting 9 until 14. So problem 1. Mr. Johnson is a 5th grade teacher who has been teaching for over 10 years. This year she has a student named Alex who frequently displays aggressive behavior. Alex often interrupts lesson, talks back to the teacher, and sometimes even becomes physically aggressive towards his classmates. Mr. Johnson has tried various strategies to manage Alex's behavior, such as setting clear rules and consequence, positive reinforcement for good behavior, and speaking with Alex privately to understand the root of his aggression. However, despite his effort, Alex's behavior has not improved significantly. Question: what classroom management techniques can Mr. Johnson implement to address Alex's aggressive behavior? Provide at least three specific strategies and explain how each one could help improve the situation. Addressing Alex's aggressive behavior requires thoughtful classroom management techniques that can help Mr. Johnson create a supportive environment while addressing the underlying issue causing Alex's behavior. Here are three specific strategies you can implement. 1. Behavioral contract. Mr. Johnson can develop a behavioral contract in collaboration with Alex. This contract should clearly outline expected behavior, consequence for inappropriate action, and reward for positive behavior. By involving Alex in setting this expectation, he gains ownership and understanding of the consequence of his action. This approach can help Alex become more aware of his behavior and strive towards meeting behavioral expectations to earn rewards. Regular review and reinforcement of the contract will provide consistency and clarity, which are crucial for managing Alex's behavior effectively. 2. Behavioral intervention. Implementing specific behavioral intervention tailored to Alex's needs can be beneficial. For instance, Mr. Johnson can use techniques such as positive behavior reinforcement through a token economy system. Tokens or points can be awarded to Alex for displaying desired behavior. Accumulated tokens can then be exchanged for reward that Alex find motivating, such as extra free time, preferred activities, or small treats. This positive reinforcement approach encourages Alex to engage in more positive behavior in order to earn reward, gradually reducing his aggressive tendencies. 3. Structure breaks and self-regulation techniques. Recognizing that Alex may struggle with regulating his emotion, Mr. Johnson can incorporate structure breaks and self-regulation techniques into the daily routine. For instance, when Mr. Johnson notices Alex becoming agitated or displaying signs of aggression, she can offer him opportunities for short breaks and in a designated calm-down area within the classroom. During this break, Alex can practice deep breathing exercise, mindfulness techniques, or use sensory tools like stress balls to help him calm down and regain emotional control. Teaching Alex the self-regulation strategies empowers him to manage his emotion more effectively and reduce the likelihood of destructive behavior. Each of the strategies focus on proactive approach to managing Alex's behavior by providing clear expectation, positive reinforcement, and opportunities for self-regulation. By implementing these techniques consistently and adapting them based on Alex's responses, Mr. Johnson can create a supportive environment that helps Alex succeed academically and socially while addressing his aggressive behavior constructively. Problem 2. Mr. Smith is a seventh grade math teacher who has noticed that several students in his class frequently engage in off-task behavior during lesson. These students often daydream, chat with classmates, or use their phone instead of focusing on their work. Despite Mr. Smith's attempts to redirect their attention and provide engaging activities, the problem persists. This off-task behavior is disrupting the learning environment and affecting the overall performance of the class. Question: what strategies can Mr. Smith use to encourage on-task behavior and decrease off-task behavior? Provide at least three specific strategies and explain how each one could help address that issue. To address the off-task behavior of his seventh grade math student, Mr. Smith can implement several strategies aimed at increasing on-task behavior and decreasing distraction. Here are three specific strategies he can use. 1. Clear expectation and behavior reminder. Mr. Smith should establish clear expectation for behavior during lesson and consistently remind students of this expectation. He can create a visible and easily accessible set of classroom rules that emphasize the importance of staying focused during lesson. Additional, Mr. Smith can verbally reinforce this expectation at the beginning of each lesson and periodically throughout the class by consistently reminding students of what is expected of them. Mr. Smith reinforced a positive classroom culture focused on learning. 2. Engaging in an interactive lesson. To capture student attention and minimize off-task behavior, Mr. Smith can incorporate more engaging and interactive teaching method. For example, he can use technologies such as interactive whiteboards, educational apps, or online quizzes that allow students to actively participate in lesson. Mr. Smith can also vary his instructional strategies by including group activities, hand-on experiments, or real-world problem-solving tasks that encourage active student engagement. By making lesson more interactive and relevant to student interests and learning style, Mr. Smith can reduce boredom and encourage motivation to stay on task. Individualized attention and feedback. Mr. Smith should provide individualized attention and timely feedback to students to keep them focused and motivated. He can circulate around the classroom during independent work time, checking in with students individually to monitor their progress and offer guidance by acknowledging student effort and providing constructive feedback on their work. Mr. Smith reinforced positive behavior and encouraged students to stay engaged. Additionally, Mr. Smith can use positive reinforcement techniques such as prize or small rewards for students who consistently demonstrate on-task behavior, further motivating them to stay focused. Each of these strategies is designed to create a supportive and engaging learning environment that encourages on-task behavior while minimizing distraction. By consistently implementing the strategies and adjusting them based on student response and needs, Mr. Smith can effectively manage off-task behavior and enhance the overall learning experience for his 7th grade math class. So, problem 3. Miss Brown is an 8th grade English teacher who is facing challenge with a student named Jack. Jack frequently exhibits severe disruptive behavior in class, such as talking out of the turn, making inappropriate comments, and distracting other students. Despite Miss Brown attempts to manage the behavior through verbal warning and setting change. Jack's behavior has not improved. This disruptive behavior is affecting the learning environment and making it difficult for other students to concentrate on their work. Question: what specific strategies can Ms. Brown implement to manage Jack's disruptive behavior? Provide at least 3 strategies and explain how each one could help address that issue. To address Jack's disruptive behavior in Ms. Brown's 8th grade English class, several strategies can be implemented to manage his behavior effectively. Here are 3 specific strategies. 1. Behavior intervention plan. Ms. Brown can collaborate with school counselors, administrators, and Jack parents to develop a behavior intervention plan specifically tailored to Jack needs. BIB outlines strategies, accommodation, and consequences that are designed to address and modify Jack's behavior. It typically includes 1. Targeted behavior. Clearly defining the specific behavior that need to be addressed. 2. Intervention strategies. Implementing proactive strategies to prevent that behavior, such as providing Jack with frequent breaks, offering preferential setting to minimize distraction, or using a visual cue system to remind Jack of expected behavior. 3. Consequence and reward. Establishing consistent consequence for inappropriate behavior and reward for demonstrating positive behavior. 4. Monitoring and evaluation. Regularly monitoring Jack's progress and adjusting the plan as needed based on his response to intervention. 2. Behavior contract and check-ins. Ms. Brown can establish a behavior contract with Jack that outlines specific behavior expectation and consequence. This contract should be reviewed and signed by both Ms. Brown and Jack, as well as possibly involving Jack's parents. The contract can include 1. Behavior expectation, clearly stating the expected behavior during class. 2. Consequence, outlining the consequence for failing to meet the expectation. 3. Check-ins, setting up regular check-in session with Jack to review his progress and discuss any challenge or successes he has experienced. This check-in provide an opportunity for Ms. Brown to provide positive reinforcement for improvement and to address the ongoing issue. By involving Jack in the development of the behavior contract and regularly reviewing his progress, Ms. Brown can increase Jack's accountability and motivation to modify his behavior. Positive behavior support strategies. Ms. Brown can implement positive behavior support or PBS strategies to reinforce and promote positive behavior in the classroom. PBS strategies focus on creating positive and supportive environment through classroom expectation, is establishing clear and consistent expectation for behavior that are communicated to all students. Acknowledgement of positive behavior, providing specific praise and rewards for Jack when he demonstrates and desired behavior. Teaching replacement behavior. Teaching Jack alternative behavior that he can use instead of disruptive behavior, such as using a hand signal when he has something to say or writing down his thoughts instead of blurting them out. Classroom environment. Modifying the classroom environment to minimize trigger of Jack's disruptive behavior, such as adjusting seating arrangement or providing sensory accommodation if needed. By focusing on positive reinforcement and teaching Jack alternative behavior, Miss Brown can create a supportive atmosphere that encourages Jack to engage in appropriate behavior and reduce disruption in the classroom. So that's all my presentation today, and thank you.